Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a special video which is CHIMERA FIENDSMITH guide. So this is the list that you see. The side deck is changeable, it's still under testing, but I feel that the main deck I use, which is the one you see, is a very good and optimized main deck. You can change it according to your liking, the non-engine, but I feel these are the ratios of the engine you need to play. So starting off, as you see, pretty standard 3 Quaddle, 3 Gazelle, 3 Short Knight, 1 Master Tau, and 3 Apprentice. These are your illusions, and the Gazelle, of course, is the best starter. 2 Baphomet, pretty standard, and 1 Diabels, which is one of the win conditions of the deck. Then we play 3 Gem Chain. This is actually very good because now with the new TCG exclusive Aerial Eater, it makes Bricky Hands into a combo. And of course we play the 1 Lowry for the Tract and 3 Fiendsmiths. Because it's Chimera, we also play the Evil Hero package, which is 1 just gold and the monster that summons it from the deck. And I feel like I should play at least 2 Beastons in the main. Magnamut and Druishorn are obviously the best, because they are level 6s and they are very good hand traps for this format. And obviously Droll is a no-brainer for this format, obviously, you know. 3 Chimera Fusion, pretty standard. 2 Patchwork, you can play 3 if you want to make 45 card list. 2 is also very good. And of course 2 Polymerizations. 3 Droplet, I feel Droplet is very good in this deck. I originally had 3 Dark Ruler in the main deck, but Droplet actually helps a lot because you have Master Tau and Gem Chain, which are very good cards to discard if you have Bricked, for example. And Droplet is actually good going first also, so you can use it as an imperm and maybe dodge some interruptions like impermanence or stuff. So I chose Droplet as the final board breaker. Obviously 1 Tract for the Fiendsmith, 1 Colbay because hand traps, especially Droll, are very dangerous in this format, and 2 Talents. You can also play 3 if you want to play 45 card decklist. It helps you play around Droll a bit easier. Moving on to the side deck, obviously my favorite card is Archfiend Tyrus. I use it also on my national decklist with 1 Simul Archfiends at the end. Just a 2 card package that can auto win some matchups, for example Tenpai or Snake Eye. We have 1 Boldrake and 1 Druishorn also as extra bestials post side deck. These are very good against the Fiendsmith decks and obviously branded. 2 Phantasmi, this can change. It's not final, but I feel Phantasmi is very good because we're playing in a link format. And 3 Mulcharmi, I originally thought that this card was bad, but it's actually way better than I originally thought. It has actually won me a lot of games and it gives a lot of advantage, but not in an unfair amount. It's not like Max C. And it can also beat some difficult matchups like Tenpai Flu. The worst matchup of this deck is the Shifter decks. And what this card does very good is helps you play around it. If you go second, for example, like Ritual Beasts, all these kind of decks. And I have changed my mind about this card. It's actually better than I thought. 3 Nibiru, because it's Nibiru, I have not tested a lot. I have played like 20-30 matchups. And Nibiru doesn't come up on its own, but you can test it on yourself by yourselves. And finally, 3 Evenly Matched. I feel this card is mandatory, especially in this and the previous format. It is an auto win against some decks. If you have also Droplet and they have a non-negate, you can change Droplet to Evenly and then break their entire board. It's very good against most matchups, especially Snake Eye. If they only have Desiree, You will find out when you test it yourselves. Aerial Eater and Necroquake Princess, the two TCG exclusive fusions, are very mandatory for the deck. And Aerial Eater actually helps you play with bricky hands. I will show replays later. Two Baphomet Fusions, extremely good card for the deck. You send the Evil Hero that summons adjusted gold from the deck to the graveyard, and then you do your full Fiendsmith combo. One Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast, also very good. It can rip a card out of your opponent's hand. It has a very good graveyard effect, and it's also level 6. Lacrima, or Lacrimosa, however you want to call it. Standard for Fiendsmith, very good. The burn also helps for time. Two Garden Chimeras, I played one and I had one Apollousa in the extra deck. Apollousa never came up, so I played two Chimeras. It's very good. And one Magnum the Reliever. Pretty standard. It's a fiend, it helps you break boards, it also draws you cards. It's very good. I can never play Chimera without Magnum. Necroquake Princess, very mandatory for the deck. You can do full Fiendsmith combo with just the Chimera combo using this card. Beatrice, mandatory for the deck. By itself, it's an interruption because you can send Diabels and then on your opponent's turn Master Tower boarding the Diabels, having an add spell for the opponent. Extremely good. You can also dump like Chimera Fusion if you're under draw, and you can add it back if you like open Patchwork, for example. Caesar, mandatory, Fiendsmith, play around the Biru, very good, 2 negates. The Fiendsmith cards, pretty standard. The Link to Goddess, also very good if you have only Chimera cards, but you don't have access to fusions, like Apprentice and another card. If you get hand trapped, you can do full Fiendsmith combo. And lastly, obviously, 1SP, very good. Break board. Not the best card, not the worst. I just prefer it than Apollousa. Some people play Apollousa, but I never made it in this deck. You can also play Chaos Angel. You can try Typhoon. It's up to you. This list I personally feel very comfortable about. And this is what I suggest you to play, especially in the main and extra. Side deck, it's up to you. So now I want to show you some replays. Here we play against Fiendsmith Infernoid, and as you can see we open a very bad hand according to the old builds, but in this build that we play Aerial Eater is very good, because with Patchwork you summon it, you send the Evil Hero, you do your full Fiendsmith combo. As you see, Necroquake Princess is very good, you send the Illusion to the graveyard, Baphomet Tribute Summon, full Chimera combo now. After you're locked in fusions, one card discard from your opponent's hand. I was also hoping that I might get nibbed because I have talents and I rip one card from his hand. Unfortunately, as you see, he doesn't have it. And look how big the advantage is on cards right now. I have like infinite cards, I have negates, I have set up with Beatrice, I have fusion, and I rip one card from his hand. Unfortunately, it's the Deviati, but it gives me information on how to play the next few steps. I use Chimera to summon back Baphomet, and Beatrice dumps Fiendsmith for next turn if I have one, because I don't really need to send anything else. I negate obviously the level 1 fusion, it's the best card of his deck. He adds Imagination, we can negate the Anima with Quattle, it's a free negate. He uses Super Poly. Okay, we're very fine with that. We know the last card in his hand. We just summon Chimera and another spell, so he cannot do anything. And we add like 50 cards from the deck and we draw. So that's game 1. Now on to game 2. As you see, we open again a bad hand. This is not consistently happening, but it happened twice in this match. But it's good to showcase the power of the deck, and he opens an FTK hand, as you see. We are testing right now. It's not my testing partner, so I always, try to be friendly and I try to help him, saying, bro, you might want to go to link 1 first if you want. He said no, I mean, it's okay, he knows the deck better than I do. And now with the Fiendsmith cards, he actually summons a 10 material Tierra, which is an FTK for most decks. But thankfully we have the Chimera Fusions that can summon our stuff back from the graveyard. He rushes a few plays. I told him I have triggers and that I needed to think. And now he gets a bit toxic because he said, bro, you already lost, you're hand looped. But as you see, Chimera can summon back Baphomet, which adds 2 cards. So I have pluses. And I have also milled the Fiendsmith from his card, so Fiendsmith can out some cards. So now he just has a spell negate and a summoning negate. So it's very easy to bait these things. We summon the Baphomet, damage the evil hero, we add back Apprentice and the Chimera Fusion, we summon the Apprentice, probably, yeah, baiting the last interruption of his, and then we do full Chimera combo, Fiendsmith combo, I'm sorry. So it's basically game. We will also burn with Lacrimosa for game because he got a bit toxic. As you see, this is game. Now moving on to the second replay. It's against Trap Labyrinth, and we go second. Yeah, the troll there was just a troll, but as you see, we are at a disadvantage. He has full combo, he rips my card, thankfully. It's not a big deal with Eradicator, but he ashes my Gazelle, so I just pass. He summons Lovely, rips one more card from my hand. He has full information of my hand, by the way. And as you see, he has a lot of advantage. But thankfully, we might be able to come back from this situation if he doesn't have more interruptions. I draw the Fiendsmith, thank god it's not a spell. And it's an actually good top deck. I add Chimera Fusion. If he cannot Eradicator because I can just chain. He holds Eradicator. He has both Welcome, I think, and he has Daruma. There, it might be a mistake of me to go right into the Baphomet and be locked into fusions. I should have tried going for the Fiendsmith combo. But if he Daruma cannoned me under Fiendsmith, I wouldn't be able to summon Baphomet, and I wanted to summon Guardian Chimera ASAP. He rips one card of my hand, I draw a spell unfortunately. But now we are kind of breaking his board, we are getting equal on resources, but he still has the upper hand. But as you see, Chimera is one of the decks that can regenerate advantage of one card. So even in this tough situation, I'm not really worried. I think I have the upper hand. He uses Big Welcome, it's no big deal. Chimera cannot be targeted because we have polymerization. I summon back Swordnet and I draw another spell, unfortunately. But now I can go for the Fiendsmith line. I want Chain Block the lady, and he uses Cooklock and he wants to activate Daruma for some reason, which is fine by me. I just attack with Guardian Chimera. I banish the unknown card with SP, and now because he's locked under Trap Trick restriction, I can do full Fiendsmith Chimera combo, which is extremely good for me. I tried to fuse with this into Magnum, but I can't, so that's my bad, guys. He top decks the field spell, which is useless in this situation. And now the second game is not really relevant because he did a lot of misplays, but the point I was trying to make with this game is to show you how this deck, even with bad hand, even under the disadvantage we have, we could still manage to win because we managed our resources very well and we added so many cards even through Eradicator, even through all of his traps. Now moving on to another replay. This is a high rated match against Standby. I really wanted to showcase this matchup because it's a shifter deck And we have a very, very bad matchup, even if we get under shifter, which he plays shifter, he did it, and he summoned Sudra, which is an okay, we don't have to talk about it. I activate Malsami, which baits the call by, and I droll him. So now I use Sword Knight to summon Gazelle, I dodge Defender Interruption with Chimera Fusion, and from here we can do full Fiendsmith combo. He has one card set, which I don't think it's Imperm, but if it is Imperm, we can dodge it with Quaddle, so we only have to play around two unknown cards, which I don't think they are Ash Blossoms or Nibiru, but I still was playing around Nibiru. And the only set card that he has could be a Sanguine Cayman, so I just have to play around Cayman, so I don't go instantly to the battle phase. I have to pop it before I go to the battle phase or make an interruption. Like as you see here, we have played around everything because not only he cannot target, but he can summon Nibiru. And Magnum the Reliever pops it, and I have full advantage. Game 3 is actually one game that I wanted to show very much because he activates the Malsami. And I'll show you guys how exactly you will play around it. I activate Chimera Fusion, I summon all this, I trigger my stuff, and I summon back from the graveyard. I only need to summon from the deck and the graveyard. So I don't want to give him any advantage. But here I saw a LAN that I could only give him one card, which is Shifter, thankfully. And I could make an unbreakable board. I sent the Iris, which adds a similar Fiend, which is very good for me. And from here I can do basic Chimera combo. I will not choose to go into the Fiendsmith because I think Chimera is better against the matchup. We also discard one of his cards. Thankfully it's Tsundra. He top decks another Prosperity. Here I just shotgun the Beatrice to summon back the Diabels with Chimera. He obviously baits with the first set. Don't take the bait, guys. When he sets the other card, we summon Chimera. We pop both of his cards. And if he sets another spell, Diabels can take care of that. So as you see, very good even against the worst matchup. Last but not least, we have a replay against my testing partner, which plays Salamangreat. He's very, very good at it. And we go first. He has two hand traps, as you see. Patchwork can make Area Litter, which baits a lot of hand traps because I now baited his Druidhorn with Magnamut. I can do full Fiendsmith combo, and I hold the Apprentice to play around Nibiru because I don't need to overcommit. I summon Apprentice now because Quaddle can trigger the other effect of Princess, which draws a card and is very good. As you see, I draw Droplet. You guys should always remember it, that when you summon Necroquip Princess, hold Quaddle until that moment because it can draw you a card, which is free advantage. And this deck is all about advantages. So I proceed to make Chimera combo, but he said, maybe, I should Nibiru here before you make Caesar, which is fine, it's testing, guys. I proceed to summon the Sword Knight and I can make full Chimera combo from there. I have played through two hand traps and I discard one of his cards and I add with Magnamut in the end phase. I discard his Penny, it's game over. Now proceeding to game 2, he has full combo. Unfortunately, I don't open anything from the side deck, but maybe, we could top deck a spell. This deck is difficult going second if you don't have any spells because the better board breaking cards you have is Droplet and the Fusions, because Fusions can go into a Guardian Chimera. So you hope to see at least an access to a spell. Like if we had Nightmare Apprentice in the hand, it would be much, much better. He proceeds to do full Salamangreat combo. He has both Salamangreat traps in his hand with an Imperm. He summons a foul, which is the level 4 you need for Baguska. He sets Stream Pass. We top deck another Legend Chain. It's useless. Now, our hand is very good, but it's not like the best hand you have in the deck, but this hand can play through 3 hand-ups. As you can see, we call by the draw, which is very lucky. And now we will make an interesting play. We add Fiendsmith and we go to link before we fuse. It's very important that we have the link because you can go into Necroquip. And as I said before, Quaddle with Necroquip draws you another card, which is Nibiru, very good against the matchup if he manages to break the board. So we have played through 3 hand-ups and we can still proceed with the Fiendsmiths. Fiendsmith summon a Fiend Fusion, so we can summon Baphomet. Baphomet dumps an illusion that can summon back the Sword Knight and obviously go for full Chimera combo. We have +1 discard from his hand, so he starts his turn with 2 cards against full combo. And as you see, he top decks Troll and Lockbird. We discard the Weasel, and yeah, that's basically GG. So guys, this is the deck, this is the list. I feel like it's a very fun deck to play in this format. It's also very competitive. If you don't want to play Snake Eye, boring Snake Eye, yeah. And if you don't want to play Yubel, I feel this is the deck to go. Many people are not really used in the Chimera matchup. They don't know the deck that well, they don't know its choke points, so it has the element of surprise. That is what helped me top my nationals, and I feel that this deck is an extremely underrated meta deck, so give it a shot, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this guide. If you have any other recommendations, you can type it in the comments. I will try to answer. So once again, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please comment down and subscribe.